भारत तैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमय प्रदीपः प्रपन्न पारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः गोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महते वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामभिकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोतीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तककेशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जन षट्पतैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद् भारत पंकजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिन श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। भीष्मद् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रवरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। अथ त्रयोदशाध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच। We are in chapter 13 called Kshetra Kshetrajya Vibhaga Yoga Nama. Kshetra is a field of experience. Kshetrajya, the experiencer. What is the nature of the experiencer and what is the nature of the experienced? What is the nature of the object of experience? What is the nature of the experiencer? The nature of the object of experience, they are finite. They have a birth, they have a peak, they have an end. Finite. They are sukha dukkha mishritatvam. They are a bundle of happiness and sorrow. They are bandhakatvam. They are addictive in nature. And they are atriptikaram. They will never ever give you 100% satisfaction. This is the nature of the kshetra. What is the kshetragya's nature? Right, the opposite. Finite, kshetragya, infinite. Sukha dukkha mishritatvam, ananda swarup. Atriptikaram, purna triptikaram. This is the nature of the kshetragya. And this kshetragya, it is described by Krishna as, he is giving beautiful words. Some lovely words are there. Okay, he is giving some beautiful words for this kshetra. What are the kshetra words? He says, Satrupam. Okay. Satrupam. Sarvagatam. We'll go into each of these steps. Ekam. Akhandam. And this is Nirguna Brahma. So when we say Sarvagatam, Sarvagatam means one which is everywhere. In fact, there is nothing called everywhere in Sarvagatam. Whatever you can think of, whatever space you can think of, Brahman is already there. See, these are subtle portions. We need a little more subtlety to understand. Okay. Ekam. Ekam means Advaitam. There is nothing other than Brahman. So when I say Ekam, let's say this is a wooden coaster. We'll say, no, it's not a wooden coaster. There are so many wooden pieces put together. Okay, wooden pieces put together. The piece themselves can be reduced to molecules, atoms, and further. That means there is no vyavastha for this. This can be reduced further and further into matter energy. Whereas when we talk about Nirguna Brahman, it Nirguna Brahman cannot be reduced at all. Nirguna Brahma is Nirguna Brahma. Okay, everything else is khandam, divided. There are edges here. It can be broken. Okay, its shape is square. Okay, you could have perhaps what do you call it? Something like a rectangle or a triangle or anything like that. So they are all shape, form, and khanda, broken out of something. Okay, this is a part of something. So it is khandam. What is the nature of Brahman? Akhandam. Akhandam means that which is not divided. Then one more aspect of Brahman, not Brahmaji, Brahman is Sadrupam as opposed to Mithya Rupam or Asat Rupam. Asat means that which does not exist at all. Very often in Tamil we use the expression Asat as good as non-existence. So Asat means non-existence. Whereas this is not Asat. This is Mithya. Mithya means this does not have an independent existence of its own. It depends upon wood for its existence. It's called Mithya. Whereas Brahman is Sadrupam, self-evident, self-effulgent. Is it self-evident? Self-effulgent? Have you had an experience of this Brahman? This question is very a funny question. Experience of Brahman. But have you ever known something which is self-evident? Have you? Careful. Anytime I wake you up and I ask you, are you there? What's your answer? Yes, I'm there. Suppose I ask you, is your mobile phone anywhere nearby? You'll say, let me see. So that is pramana siddham. You have to operate a means of knowledge to know whether an object is existent or not. Whereas to say whether you are existent or not, do you need to operate some means of knowledge? You are self-evident. Svata siddha. Swayam prakasha. And when we say mithya rupam, it was a beginning, it has a middle, it has an end. There was a time when it was not there. There will be a time when it will not be there. Sadrupam, there will be no time when satrupa, sat vastu will be absent. There is no question of absence of sat vastu. So Brahman is described like this by Krishna. Sri Krishna gives this description. Is it easy to conceive? Hota nahi. The more you think of it, see what happens is this equipment which we are using, conceive of things, this is an instrument. And the instrument can conceive of things only which can be objectified by this instrument. But the teaching is telling us that the consciousness, okay, Nirguna Brahman is that which illumines this instrument of knowledge. The eyes cannot see itself. You need a reflecting medium. Your face, you cannot see yourself. You need a reflecting medium. Therefore, this is very difficult to conceive, and in fact, difficult to conceive at all, because anything conceived, you always have your experiences in the form of an object. That's why this word, they are very often use the word. You must realize the Brahman. It is the ultimate trip that one can go on. Ultimate trip. I will realize the Brahman. So what should you do? Close your eyes and sit down. You will realize Brahman. Yeah, how long will you sit and close your eyes? And what will you realize? It doesn't work like that. This is a matter of knowledge. Okay? This knowledge does not come, this knowledge is not dependent upon an event or an experience or a happening or something like that. It's knowledge. It's knowledge of one's own self. Therefore, it is impossible to conceive. So what is the next conclusion? Very easy way out. What's the easy way out? The easy way out is such a thing cannot exist. The easiest way out. No, no. There's this thing need not exist. It will not be there is need not be something like this. Therefore, non-existent. This is the easy way out. And then if this is the easy way out, then Vedanta is not for such thought process. It is impossible to conceive. Therefore, one has to cultivate a certain subtlety, sukshma buddhi. You have to cultivate sukshma buddhi to be able to relate to Brahman. You cannot conceive it, but you can relate to Brahman. Relate to Brahman as not apart from your own self. For that you need sukshma buddhi. And how will sukshma buddhi come? Sukshma buddhi comes from a lot of sadhana. Okay, we have a variety of thoughts. Those thoughts must be you have aneka vritti. Okay, you have a vritti. This vritti mayam. You have to control. I mean, you have to. I will call it control these thoughts. You have to regulate into some manner. Okay, wild thoughts have to be regulated into some manner. Okay, you have aneka vritti. Then you have what all kinds of thoughts. These thoughts are brought into one series of thoughts, then one thought, then dwell on that one thought for a long time. The buddhi, the antakarana gains a certain subtlety, a certain yogyata to be able to dwell on subtle matters. Okay, then you do what is called ekarupa saguna Ishvara Ishta Devata Upasana. You conceive. You can conceive of Krishna. Guru Ayurupa Krishna. You can do that. Balakrishna. So whatever form you conceive of that Krishna and start dwelling on the Krishna. The mind gains what is called Chitta Ekagrata. It gets then slowly expanding. It becomes Chitta Vishalata. Then you look at Aneka Rupa Krishna. Oh, you can Kuchi Krishna. Then you can do Ganga with the Ganga. What is that? Giridhara. Then you can do Kalinganardana. Then you can do Mahabharata, Charioteer. Then Vishwarupa. All those things you get. So Aneka Rupa Ishwara. Then from that, for gaining subtlety, we move to the next level. That is, meditate on cosmic Rupam. Meditate on all the cosmic. You can conceive of planets. Our planets are in our galaxy called Milky Way. You have some idea. You go to a planetarium, you will see the Milky Way. The Milky Way itself is a galaxy among millions of galaxies. They are going around the center of the universe. Okay? Then they take you further and do what is called Akasha Dhyanam. That's where you gain the real subtlety. What is Akasha Dhyanam? Can you see Akasha, space? Akasha is not sky. Akasha is space. Can you see space? Can you touch space? Can you smell space? You can smell something in the space, but you can't smell space. Can you taste space? No. So, we do what is called, you are not able to touch, feel any of these things of space. But are you aware of space? Are you aware there are very many spaces? Are these spaces different from each other? Let's say I have a glass full of something. Once I drink this is whatever water or whatever. There is space inside. There is space outside. Are there two different spaces? If you say there are two different spaces, I'll say there is a space here also. So are there two different spaces? So spaces appear different, appears khandam, okay, appears small. There is a small pot which has small space. There is a huge pot which has huge space. Okay, so space appears khandam, but in effect it is not khandam. Appears, and then it's, they say, okay, look at the fingers. Does it seem there's space between the fingers? Why is it there is space between? Are there different spaces? Is the space between the ring finger and the little finger different from the space between the middle finger and the ring finger, and the forefinger and the middle finger, and the thumb and the forefinger? Are they different? They are as though khandam. Is this space different from the space separate from us? So this is called, it is seemingly khandam, seemingly divided. Small space, big space, seemingly khandam, but not actually khandam. Therefore, now when you meditate on the sense, when you do dhyanam on space, the mind gets that subtlety to go one step further and say, where is space? Where is space? Space is in my consciousness. Okay? Then there is nothing called emptiness. Space is an attributive substance. I am aware of space. And who is aware of the space? Kshetrajna. And where is space? The space is in my consciousness. So this is the process of owning up. And then who is this my consciousness? Aham Brahmasmi. I am that consciousness. So one more way of meditating, I am that consciousness. I am aware of everything around me. Everything around me. I'm in a room. Okay, I've got a table in front. I've got so many things there or there. I'm aware of all the objects here. I'm aware of some bottles here, some mobile phone here. There's a coaster here. There are some charging devices here. I'm aware of so many things around. I'm sitting on a sofa. I'm aware of that. There's a table. There's a laptop. So many things. They are all what? Kshetra. Yeah? Objects of my knowledge. And I draw a line. The difference between objects and me. I draw a line. The objects and me. Now, where does the line stop? With my body. The moment I reach my body, the line is drawn. This is my body, and these are objects of my knowledge. Do a little inquiry. When you say, this is my body, have you objectified your body? Who says my body? This is my eyes through which I see. Who says my eyes? I'm not able to see clearly. Who sees the absence of clarity? So body, sense organs. Are you aware that you are slightly emotionally a little idhar-udhar that day? Today? Why idhar-udhar? Bahut idhar-udhar some people are. All of us are capable of that. All of us are emotionally vulnerable. Can have a small event can toss you from this end to that. Can make you. Are you aware of the disturbed? Are you aware of being emotionally tossed about? Who is aware? Are you aware that yes, we should somehow sort out this stuff? Who is aware? So when you do that and come down to body, I am aware of. Sense organs, I am aware of. My body functions, I am aware of. My emotions, I am aware of. My intelligence, I am aware of. My lack of intelligence, I am aware of. My maturity, I am aware of. My lack of maturity, I am aware of. Hey, who is this person saying, I am aware of, I am aware of, I am aware of? The body has a form. Does this knower of the body have a form? The knower of the body as though has a form, because minus this body you cannot relate to the knower. So you said, do you understand? I say, yes, sir. It is not Atma shaking, it is the head shaking. But the head can shake only because of the presence of Atma, the Atma being reflected. Imagine the Atma is no longer reflected here. If the head shakes, then people will run away from that place. Dead body shaking the head. They'll run away from that place. They'll be terrified, horrified. So our head shakes, bodies shakes. The presence of the Atma, one takes it that Atma shakes. Between this body and another body, there is space. We take it there is space between Atmas. No. There is some difference between this body and that body. We say there is difference in Atma, just as there is no difference in space. In Atma, there is no space. This is how you understand. This is how you understand. It is not that I close my eyes and bang, something will happen. It won't happen like that. Nothing will happen like that. And you say nothing is happening, nothing will happen. Because you're looking for something to happen in an area where nothing can happen. So nothing will happen. Therefore, this the teacher says here, let me read out this verse. It says, Jyotishamapi tajyotihi tamasah paramuchyate jnanam yeyam jnanagamyam hridhi sarvasya vishtitam. Okay. Jyotishamapi tajyoti. Okay. All of you do pujas at home. No? All of you are familiar with puja and things like that. Yeah. All of you do puja and things like that. At the end of the puja, when you do offer arati, recall the mantra. Na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam nema vidyuto bhanti kutoyam agnihi tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. You say this, no? What is amazing? I am showing light to Ishvara and I am saying Natasya Suryo Bhati. So anything that gives light, okay, are called luminaries. Surya, Chandra, Nakshatra, they are all called. Then Vidyuta, lightning, they are all called luminous bodies. Na tatra Suryo Bhati na Chandra Tarakam. You see this. This is the essence of this. Nema vidyuto bhanti. Even the lightning does not shine. Kutoyam agnihi. In the presence of Ishvara, even this light, this is lightning does not shine. How then the small agni? Kutoyam agnihi. What is the meaning? When he says Jyotisham api Jyoti, are you aware of the sun? Are you aware of the moon? Are you aware of nakshatras? Are you aware of Vidyuta? Are you aware of the simple torch we use at home? All these are means of knowledge, means of giving you a light, that which gives you knowledge. Eyes light up the world of forms. Ears light up the world of sounds. Olfactory organs light up the world of all kinds of aroma, fragrances. Taste buds are lit up by that particular organ. The sense of touch lights up the world of touch. Anumana, logic lights up the world of logic because there is reasoning involved. So all this is like Jyoti. Jyotisham api Jyoti. Jyotisham api Jyoti. Behind all these lights, Brahman is the ultimate Jyoti, if I can cause the sorry. Behind all this, behind this Jyoti, there is a Jyoti. What is that Jyoti? My awareness. All these are in my awareness. Jyotisham api Jyoti. The ultimate, if you can call it ultimate. Okay? That means, now just our understanding of Jyoti is light as opposed to darkness. When we say Jyotisham api Jyoti, tamasa, what is the word used? Tamasa paramuchyate. When we use the word tamasa paramuchyate, I have to understand something. Tamasa para. What is the meaning? You know darkness as opposed to light. Now, so you are aware of the light. And then light removes dark. Are you aware of darkness? Huh? The light, Jyotisham abhi Jyoti, which even lights up darkness, lights up absence of prakasha. Jyotisham abhi Jyoti. See, if only light alone work, then people visually challenged people can't see. They are able to light up their darkness. They say, that I cannot see. I am aware of the fact that my world is dark. So, Jyotisham api Jyoti, tamasah param uchyate, tamasah param. It is called the light of lights, and it even lights up darkness. In the presence of this light, in the presence of this Jyoti, which is none other than consciousness, which is also known as Brahman, which is also known as Atma, yourself, is the light of light, Jyotisham api Jyoti. And in this light, what is known? Jnanam, Jneyam, okay? Jnana Gamyam, all three are, you are aware of all three. You are aware of what Jnanam, you are aware of knowledge. You are aware of Jneyam, that which is to be known. And Jnana Gamyam, the entire world of knowledge. You are aware of everything. Jnanam, Jneyam, Jnana Gamyam are all included in this consciousness. Right now, you are ignorant of a subject. So, in your awareness, there is such a subject. Okay. And you have lighted up the ignorance of that subject. So, there is a subject which is to be known, Yam. There is a means of knowledge, and there is a knower. So, the knowledge and the means of knowledge are both, both are in your consciousness. You are aware of both. Now you have gone through the process of knowing the subject. You have got the knowledge. You are aware of the fact that you are now knowledgeable. This is the kind of meditation. What's the kind of meditation one does? This is called, it is no longer conceived as something different from me. As long as you conceive it as different from me, it won't work. You will have to see it. You will have to, I won't use the word experience. You will have to know it as yourself. So take the example to yourself. Take any subject, any subject. Okay, any subject. Somebody is a psychologist here. Okay, somebody is an economist here. Somebody is an engineer here. Okay, somebody we have all kinds of people. We are technologists, all kinds. So, technology is a subject, the knowledge of which is known to you. Known to you. Now, there are so many others who don't know technology. There are some people who, when the mobile phone switches off, they don't know how to switch it on. There are some people like now, you are aware of both the knowledge and the absence of knowledge. So you look at it. I am aware of the things I know. I am knowledgeable. That means I am aware of all the objects of my knowledge. There are so many things I don't know. I am also aware that I don't know. This is me, the awareful whole, which lights up both the awareness and lack, both the knowledge and absence of knowledge. In our BMS complex, there are so many things there are so many things I do not know. In fact, there are so many, much more that I do not know than I know. And how do I know? I know that I do not know. And who is this I know? That is me, consciousness. And what is that Swarupam? Sarvagatam, Ekam, Akhandam, Sadrupam, Nirgunam, Brahma. The mind must be subtle enough to own this up, do this vivechanam and bring it down to owning it up. Done systematically, consistently. There is a saying in Tamil, Adi Gurnal, Amma was a Gurnal. Not once in a blue moon. Not once in a lifetime. When I am bored, so I am going to a Vedanta class. I have nothing to do today, so I log in at 5:30. It won't work. This has to become your top priority. Top priority means you will stop going to work. In and through your other pursuits. At any point of time, you have to, if you can step back and see the functioning of your own mind. You have learned something new today. Something has lit up. The consciousness is aware that you have learned something new today. The consciousness is aware that I am emotionally not too well today. You are able to objectify the emotion. You objectify the emotion and tell that this emotion is not doing what it is supposed to do today. I'm supposed to be a Sukha Rupam, but I'm a Dukkha Rupam today. You have to relate to it personally. Hey, you're singing. You say, today I am aware of the fact that I'm not able to reach the notes that I'm normally able to do. Rather than that you don't talk in that language, okay? Imagine somebody asks you, "Hey, why are you not singing well?" You say, I'm aware of the fact that I'm not able to sing like hey, all these people will never call you, they'll run away. It is for your consumption. You and your consumption that you say. When I say I'm not able to reach the octaves today, in your understanding, I am aware of the fact that my vocal cords are not doing what they are expected to do. I am aware of the fact. I'm not able to be cheerful today. So I'm aware of the fact that something is preventing me from being cheerful today. I am aware of that something which is preventing me from being cheerful today. This is how we do Vivechanam. Atma's Brahma, it won't just come that I keep sitting, meditating. Sunday, zing, something. Zing, nothing will happen. If zing happens, means understand you have objectified the zing as well. There is a fellow who says, I kept meditating for 11th year, so many years. Then on one particular day at 11 a.m., what is it? 11th at 11 a.m. on the 11th of a month, something happened. And then that organization calls this 11.11 or 11 by 11, then 2011, you had 11, 11, 11. Very auspicious time. Hey, 11, 11 is auspicious. 12, 12 is auspicious. 1, 1 is auspicious. Hey, what is not auspicious? At that time, alive is auspicious. That time, not alive is also auspicious. So, somebody, 11, 11 is the time I got this knowledge. Now, you tell me, are you aware of 11, 11? 11, 11 time, date and date. So, you have objectified 11. And what knowledge did you get? That means it's subject to time. This is the problem with all this hocus pocus. All these hocus. I got it at 11, 11. something, something stirred in me. You would have eaten too much and your stomach would have rumbled, or you would have burped a little more. Something happened deep inside. What is happening deep inside? All these are getting lost in words. It's a matter of knowledge. The matter of knowledge is I function through the body, and in the body, the moment I say my body and various organs of the body, they are all organs of my knowledge. I am the aware full whole who is aware of all the organs. This is to be done consistent. Sitting on that platform, I am that awareful being. Sitting that awareful, that platform, you play all the roles that are demanded in and through your body. The body is required to play so many roles, okay? And the role has scripts. The scripts have up, down, twists, turns, plots. Fully aware of the fact that you are a conscious being, you play all these roles. And when you play these roles, you are no longer in samsara when you know you are playing a role. But if you think you are going through all this, then it is samsara. This is not a language to be spoken to others. You don't go to the doctor and speak this language. Then they will have a special word for you. Madras 10, bed number 10. You don't speak this. This form I understand. But even when you're talking to the doctor, do you ever go and say, you can say, I am in pain. Then the doctor says, that is happening. Oh, since morning, my head is aching. I know I'm having a little problem lifting my shoulders. Since last evening, I'm having problem. Ouch, lifting my right hand. So these things can happen. That means you've objectified it. When you're objectified, it's an object of your knowledge. Have you objectified your body? The body is an objective is an object of your knowledge. Then what are you? I am the subject. What is the nature of the subject? First line. Nirgunam Brahma, Sarvagatam, Ekam, Akhandam, Sadrupam, Jyotisham api Jyoti, Tamasap Paramuchyate. This is my nature. Jnanam, Yeyam, Jnana Gamyam are all in my awareness. This is how you understand and relate to this verse. Okay? Let's go to the next verse. Verse number 19. Subtle, but one has to understand it like. Let's go to verse number 19. What does he say in verse number 19? Where is verse number? Scroll down a bit. Yeah, there you are. Yeah. So Krishna sums up this teaching by saying, Iti kshetram tatha jnanam yeyam choktam samasatah madbhakta etat vigyaya madbhavayo upapadhyate. Okay. Iti kshetram tatha jnanam yeyam choktam samasatah madbhakta etat vigyaya madbhavayopapadhyate. This is what Krishna says. He says, what I have explained to you, what I have unfolded to you is, you asked me the question, what is Kshetram? I have explained Kshetram to you. Then, have I explained Kshetragya to you? Yeah. I have explained Kshetragya to you, saying that Nyeyam, Kshetra is known to you, okay, by simple means of operating of sense organs. But the knower is, you have to take initiative to know the self-effulgent Atma. That you are, you have no problem. You know. Careful, okay? That you are is never in doubt. That I am is never in doubt. What is in doubt is, what am I? That is the problem. That I am is never an issue. What am I is the problem. Who am I is the problem. So in the absence of clear knowledge as to who I am or who am I take myself to be other than what I really am. I've taken myself to be the body. So what is the problem which I take myself to be the body? Limited. Limited in size. There is gender. When you call about gender bias, all these are new words thrown. Gender bias. Height, weight, color, age, shape, size. All these are problems. Whose problem? Their body's problem or your problem? You have taken yourself as the body, therefore it has become your problem. No harm about reducing weight. But being inadequate because you are not able to reduce weight is a problem. No problem being short. The body is short. No problem about being short. That I am short and therefore I feel inadequate is the problem. No problem about being a little less knowledgeable. No problem about being less intelligent. No problem about being a little emotional as well. They are, if as long as they are objects of your knowledge. Once you have identified and said, I am emotional, problem starts. Samsara starts. So teacher has explained, he has explained, I have explained Kshetram to you. I have explained Kshetragya also to you. I've also explained Jnanam to you. Jnanam means, did you remember? Anamitvam madang mitvam ahimsa shantiraj. I have told you how should you live one's life so that this jnanam, so that this Atma Vidya becomes clear to you. I have told you Kshetram. I have told you about Kshetragya. I have also told you about Jnanam. Jnana means that which helps strengthen and creates a proper, conducive environment for the knowledge to take place. Okay, then he adds, very, very important. He says, Mad Bhakta, Mad Bhavayoho Upapadyate. How do I get this knowledge? Okay, a lot of people think Vedanta is secular. It is secular itself is a secular word. Vedanta is secular. What is the meaning of Vedanta being secular? A minus Ishvara, you cannot know Vedanta. Please understand. There is no secular Vedanta. For Vedanta to work, you must lead a religious way of life. Only a religious way of life will give you the qualification to understand Vedanta. What is the religious way of life? Sad achara, good conduct. Sad guna, proper aptitudes and attitudes. Sad guna, sad achara. Shamadhi satka sampatti. The qualification, adambitva, mahimsa, shanti, rajyavam. Unless you live a life aligned to Dharma, Vedanta will not work. You will have an academic knowledge of Vedanta. There are a lot of people, they can talk so eloquently. They have written books, they have written volumes. But there is not an iota of transformation or change in that person. If Vedanta does not help me transform, that Vedanta is like rain falling on the sea, because it will not work. It has to transform me. It has to transform my personality. It has to transform my way of thinking. It has to transform my responses to the world. In the world, understand, there will be profit and loss. When there is a loss, you can do nothing. Okay? But you can do something. If you don't lose the lesson behind the loss, you have achieved something significant. There is a loss. When there is a loss, there is a pain. If you have not lost the lesson behind that loss and the cause of that pain, You have already grown up. You are already emotionally mature person. You have achieved significance. Let not the lesson behind the loss be lost. And that is possible only if you recognize Ishvara. Otherwise, by chance, you will all say, why that fellow got it? You will become one of those, What is that? Left, extreme left, and all those things. You will get into that and get a sick mindset. Only Ishvara recognition will help you understand prarabdha karma. This is my prarabdha karma, that even while I have it, I still don't have certain things. It's my prarabdha karma. I have to live aligned to prarabdha karma. I have to live aligned to so many things that I am required to do. One has to be aligned to that. It is wisdom that comes only from Mad Bhaktya. Then comes Mad Bhavaya. Very beautiful word, Mad Bhavaya. Okay, so one needs to be a devotee. Yeah. Then Mad Bhava. Mad Bhava means, see, what is Ishvara's Bhava? Everything is in Ishvara. Everything is in Ishvara. Everything belongs to Ishvara. So if that is the attitude, is there any scope for feeling inadequate? Feeling scope for insignificance? Because I lack certain things, I feel small. Now, suppose I am looking at it as a Mad Bhaktya, then Ishvara Srishti has given me a result of my Prarabdha in this form. Perhaps I need to work harder to get more. I need to work harder, align to Dharma, so that what I get, I am able to enjoy the abundance of what I get. See, when you are aligned to Dharma and you are willing to work for what you want, aligned to Dharma and work for what you want, there is abundance. When you are not aligned to Dharma and you work, you will get results, but there will be a lot of conflicts. You are not aligned to Dharma, but are not willing to work. Oh my God, Asura, Rakshasa. You are aligned to Dharma, but not willing to work. Again, you will have a small problem with the, God has not given me anything. So when I'm talking about Mad Bhava means bringing Ishvara into one's life is Mad Bhava. Bringing Ishvara into one's life. I see the play of Ishvara in everything that is happening to me. I got something, I did not get something. I got more than what I wanted, something I get much less than what I wanted. The reactions to what I got was not as I expected. Now, suppose I am able to see Ishvara Anugraha everywhere. I am a non-reacting person, and the lesson behind the loss is never lost. I grow up as a person, and I get that subtlety to understand Aham Brahmasmi. This is what the essence of chapter verse number 19 is. Let's go to the next verse when we meet next week. That verse will be, the teacher will teach the difference between Prakriti and Purusha. Analysis of the Kshetra in a different angle. Ishvara's presence in the cosmic world that we see. We'll look at it in our next session. Swasti prajabhyam paripalayantam न्यायेन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं शोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते शांति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय हो। स्वामी
जय
दयानंद महाराज की जय हो। ओम नमः शिवाय। जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम, जय हनुमान, जय बजरंग। ओम। We'll meet next week. Om.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
so much, sir.
Om.
Thank
Om.
you.
Om.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you.
Om.